lessons we've learned.
Hello, welcome and welcome back. This is Jacob, and today we are gonna be beginning the narration and character voice acting for the Masses Travels story. Alright everybody, our technically third in line Sankta story is here, and considering the timeline and everything right now where we are, technically, very interesting stuff, very interesting setup immediately at the beginning here, and yeah, you will see in a short while. But before we begin, like I just said, this is our technically third Sankta storyline. I say technically because there was also that overlap over in Zwillingstürme, so for anybody who has still yet to catch up with the stories, in the description of this video I will be including a couple of playlists. They will be all separated in their own little categories. So for example, you will see a category for the Sankta storyline, aka God Ahead as the first one, followed by Hortus de Escapismo, and now here. And then there will be a separate category for the LEITHANIEN stories, aka Lingering Echoes, and followed by Zwillingstürme. And there will be a couple of other things as well included in the episode, or a description of this episode, playlist that is, that are gonna be playlists of stories that are gonna be pretty much blatantly referenced in this very beginning. Yeah. Like I just recently said, I think I said this recently, a couple of beginning parts of these stories, that yeah, a lot of stuff at this point in this game's age is starting to overlap, because our initial setups for in each individual country and stuff like that, they're all kinda done. We are just like, well, there's still a couple of places that need to be introduced, you know what I mean, but most of the stuff that was introduced is now just overlapping with each other and is moving on forward. So do not fear if you need to catch up. Pretty much everything is on the channel. You will find all of the, especially for newer people, if you need to find any old stories that you need to listen through or want to listen through, you can find them on the channel. Just type in the words and you will find the playlists. But yeah, I'm excited to go through this story, and before we go in, I have 2 points to bring up very quickly, which are very important, so do pay attention, please. Number one is the usual thing that I always ask at the beginnings, and that is, please do not spoil anything about the story to either myself or to people who are watching this here on YouTube, because spoilers are bad. Let's put it that way. No one likes spoilers. But yeah, please do not spoil anything. I myself, as I'm recording this, will only, as always, know stuff up until the end of where we are with the episode. For example, today's part only covers to the end of stage number 2, and that is pretty much how much of the story I will know until, like, in a day or two I start recording the next part. So for my sake and everybody else's sake who is watching this blindly, please do not leave any kind of spoilers in the comment section, or you know, anything else that is regarding where this is gonna be heading later down the line. The other thing I also want to say very quickly is something that I asked everybody at the beginning of the voiceover for chapter 15 of the main story, and I do want to ask for this again, and that is, considering I do leave at the end of episodes the raw reaction clips as of reading through the story first time, when I'm just reading and practicing for the voiceover essentially. I do leave the clips from, like, first time reactions to moments, or hilarious moments, sad moments, stuff like that, so you guys have something interesting to watch at the end as well, on top of everything else. But I do want to ask the same thing that I asked at the beginning of episode 15, and that is, please, again, if you are expecting me to react to stuff, do not tell me in the comment section below, like, oh, cannot wait for you to get to number blah blah blah, and react to cutscene blah blah blah, stuff like that. Don't say anything about anything like that. Don't hint, nudge at me. If you want raw reactions to stuff, you'll get better ones if you don't tell me anything. If episode 15 is anything to go by, where no one actually ever told me anything for once, I think you will notice the difference in richness of clips compared to other stuff where I kinda knew something was already gonna happen or not. But yeah, please, no, like, again, no spoilers and no hint, nudge kind of scenarios about what you want to see and what you cannot wait for me to react to. I will react to it. If it's funny to me, interesting to me, or I have something to say to it, I will be doing reactions to it. Do not worry, you will get your clips. They will be at the end of episodes. But yeah, anyway, with that said, let's see. So then, like I said, in today's part we're going to be covering the story from the introductory cutscene all the way to the end of stage number 2. And this is a very interesting menu. It keeps changing as you shift as well, which is kinda interesting. It kinda reminds me, when you scroll to the right, all of this kinda starts to remind me of like how they usually present like augmented reality goggles. When you look through them in your environment, you see like the little outlines of I don't know, a box pops up and then another text box next to it about what the hell you're looking at, right? Kind of reminds me of that. Very interesting. Very interesting design. One other thing I do want to say, however, also story related, is about this little minigame down here, a Firearm Technician's Night. This entails quite a lot of background story for some characters. I'll show it at the end of the episode, yeah, I'm not sure how this minigame is gonna be treated when this menu, or rather this story, is gonna go into the regular menu like every other story. Sometimes this game just buries old stories that are part of menus that are important. And yeah, from what I discovered so far in these little mini stories, when you complete the orders inside of them, they do carry quite a lot of hefty background information on certain characters and some other stuff. So moving into the next episode, not this one, but in the next episode, I will be at the end of episodes including the mini stories for a Firearm Technician's Night, just to be sure and have everything in this series, right? But anyway, back to our story menu. So let's begin with our first cutscene, titled Fallen. Demons mutter in their ears, and so the angels' halos are extinguished.
I pray that the sick people in Faber Center Hospital get better. I pray that Papa, Mama, and my sister will always be safe, healthy, and happy. I pray that the Lord will always be with us. I pray that the spiritual light will always shine on Laterano.
I thought the experiment was over, Lemuel. Didn't you hear? The investigators came to school today to tell us our results. They even brought fruit tarts. The 2 patient groups at Faber Central Hospital were discharged today. Basically, their recovery had nothing to do with our praying the past 2 months. The investigators told us not to be sad. It was all a social experiment by the 6th Tribunal. If prayer doesn't help, why do we pray? Another report from Nuovo-Cini. Over the past 6 months, they have established trade with 17 nomadic cities, like a dire swine that never rests. In the process, they have sown new seas across all Siracusa. It sounds like you approve of Nuovo-Cini's interactions with other cities, but do not intend to endorse their promotion of the new Urban Management Act. You were the one who told me the youth need to be tested further after you returned from Carnevale. I suppose I recall something to that effect. News from Terni. Unusual movement in Lupucarn. The Golden Empress has been actively issuing edicts, while her counterpart has not been seen in public for a long time. Our neighbor seems eager to change. Desperate even. Not just LEITHANIEN, there are more than enough new sprouts upon this land. The matters of the Familia should not occupy any more of Siracusa's time. You seem ready to fall asleep. It's almost time for my siesta. Do you like this fabric? I can have a suit made for you. I have just a tailor in mind. Oh, I appreciate the offer, but there's no need. Still prefer your cassock? I am a priest, Sicilia. But there is no church in this city. It's almost been 70 years since you left Laterano, hasn't it? 68. The Sankta sense of self is as persistent as our sweet tooth. But you've never thought about going back. You have no need to. The walls are still white, the people still happy. Nothing ever changes in paradise. Otherwise, you wouldn't have come with me to Siracusa. I'm not so sure. Oh? My hand's been trembling every time I grip my patron firearm. Maybe my old house in the Holy City has sprung a leak. We're relics of a bygone age, Sicilia. You know how old people have hunches about certain things. You should take a nap on the sofa. Maybe we can find another setting to talk once the down payment for this fabric has been made. Sorry. Father? You didn't just fall asleep on your feet, did you? Father! Are you alright? What? Is that all? Tilla, is the boss alright? Why do we ask? These are all documents that he reviewed. The only thing legal changed was the formatting. He shouldn't need to spend so much time with them, should he? I think Mr. Cliff is looking at that letter. The letter from Frontier? What was the name on it again? Woodrow? But there were only 4 words on it. And well, take care. That's it. I've heard a couple of things about Davistown, What are you getting at? This ship will be approaching Max DC in 12 hours' time. How long have we been planning our entry into the capital market? There's still a lot of problems to solve. Look at the people behind me. Our top ranks are waiting for the boss's orders. But at a time like this, he's all tied up with I don't even know what to call him. Mr. Cliff went to meet a certain Mr. Jackson before we set out. The vice president? Do you mean to say the boss has gotten the official nod to our corporation with the companies in DC? Don't get too excited. No employee of Black Steel for a while should doubt Cliff. Anything you don't think of, he will. Anything you can't figure out, he will. He was the one who put this team together, and he was the one who spread firearms beyond the walls of Laterano. He was the one who expanded our business across the frontier and beyond Columbia. Mr. Cliff is a great leader and a remarkable Sankta. I agree completely, but have you seen the look on his face? What could these 4 words have done to him? Ladies and gentlemen. What? Did the power go out? Did some stupid merc knock something over? Or did engineering cross the wrong wires? Good news! The wildfire's finally extinguished. The bad news is that half the hillside has been burned away. Woody, are you okay? Are you hurt? I'm fine. It's nothing. He just came back from the woods to the west, where the worst of the fires were. He braved the flames to clear a control line. He might have forgotten his age. Can't let the fire take it all. Not when things are finally looking up in these parts. I'm fine. I really am.
That's good to hear. I was worried. Say, Woody, do you want to look at this? That's thick. Some kind of important document? It's from Blacksteel. You're not gonna open it, Woody?
No, I don't think I want to.
What if it's a whole stack of gold certificates? Would go a long way to filling the gap the fires left behind.
Well, then you open it.
Gladly. Well, Mr. Cliff sure could write a letter. It's so long the end is touching the ground. What's the matter, Woody?
I, suddenly have a headache.
Is it a letter? Or your wounds?
Were you waiting long?
Mr. Hazel!
Happy birthday, Cecilia.
This cake...
I, made it out of sweet potato. I couldn't find cream or confetti sugar, so I sprinkled some dried vegetables on top of it. I tried to find the ones that had better colors. Sorry, I did my best. Slaves don't have access to the nicest things. Galena helped out.
It's lovely.
Make a wish, Cecilia. Well, I can guess what you'll wish for. Don't worry, I've been asking around. We'll find your father.
Yeah. What my wish today is, I want to blow out the candles with you.
Uh-huh?
You've been helping me ever since I lost my mama, even quitting your job at the notarial hall and coming with me all the way to Castle. You've been by my side for so long. I know you're in a lot of danger here, where my papa was born. It was you who taught me not to give up hope. That's why I want you to do this with me, the last thing at my birthday party.
Cecilia. Okay. Hazel feels the warmth of Cecilia's hand in his own. He sees the birthday cake made from sweet potatoes, and the girl with eyes full of excitement, and a big smile on her face. Before the flickering candlelight, both of them bow their heads and begin to pray. May the order of Laterano shine upon us. Show us the path of life, that we may ever live in joy.
East of the east of La Unidad, Laterano, holy city of light. Is that you, Aurela?
Such noise!
We're due for hymns in 10 minutes. The children are practicing.
I'm talking about you, Nueda.
Is it done?
Buried in the backyard. You can breathe easy now.
Shouldn't you wash the blood first? The children could come at any time.
What? Are you afraid they might see me? Afraid they might hear their beloved sister Nueda talk of killing people with that terrifying piece of metal?
Don't talk like that. We wouldn't be here if not for you. Because you took up the gun, I'm able to teach them hymns and tuck them into bed. Was it Sinya's soldiers or true Bolivarian guerrillas this time?
Doesn't make a difference. A bunch of stinking parasitos who only know how to take from others. Never imagined there were shitholes like this when I lived in Laterano.
I know. These sorts of things don't happen where you come from, in Laterano. Your weapon, your dress, your habits, you still carry yourself as a Lateran.
A Lateran? Pah! Honestly, I still don't know why you follow the Lateran faith.
I grew up in Bolivar, with no one to rely on. All I've ever known are these parasitos. I wanted to believe there was more to the land than ruined houses and barren fields, more than just war, death, and taxes. I wanted to believe there was a place full of food, flowers, and hope.
And you wanted those chicos to believe it too.
One person's faith is no faith at all. We all need to look out for each other, like you and I do.
I wouldn't say we're looking out for one another.
Shh. Aurela, you have protected this place as the holy light protects Laterano. You've let me imagine a paradise bathed in holy light, even if I've never been there.
Which is for the better. If you really do believe in a paradise bathed in holy light, it's definitely not Laterano you're looking for. Look elsewhere. We're about to abandon this abbey after all. Time to go in, sister. The children are waiting for you to lead the last verse.
Aurela.
Yes.
Why did you leave, Laterano?
Because I sinned, that's why. Idiota.
Nuera pushes the chapel door open.
East of la unidad, Laterano, holy city of light. There are lights lost, there the share we most bright. Abode of our Lord, font of parental love, He hears our prayers, He grants our wishes. All shall bask in His love, even the legless, even the hourless.
This might be our last Vespers. For years we've tried to keep a low profile in this lawless land, to avoid the attention of the seniors, nobles, and the thugs who call themselves guerrillas. But I followed the trail of some escaped convicts and found our abbey. They're now looking at our farms and burden beasts. Aurela has scouted the area. Tonight, she will lead us through a nearby canyon, and we will leave this place. We might go north into the plains, or south into the jungles. It will be a long trip, but we've been blessed with a good harvest. We will have enough food. Sister. Don't worry, Hugo. Trust Aurela. Trust me. Trust yourself and those around you. And trust Laterano. Keep your voice steady. You remember the last verse, don't you?
East of la unidad, Laterano, holy city of light, begins the issue of fireworks, the targets are apples.
Through the chapel windows, Nuera watches the sunset. The halos of the Sanktas in the procession continue to illuminate the room, and the choir sings. She has sung these hymns countless times. It is said that they were first written down by the saints, on their long and difficult journeys and passed down through the centuries, translated and arranged by Bolivarian scholars. Laterano will protect them through briar and bramble, through the long, cold night.
But what?
Perhaps the sun left too soon and forgot to leave some light. The halos and wings of the Sanktas in the choir suddenly shatter, and their light is extinguished. Nueda is stunned. Her esoteric knowledge is vast, thanks to the legacy of the Kukulkan, but not a single word or symbol explains the scene before her eyes. She is so stunned that she forgets to stop singing, murmuring the hymns by sheer instinct. Trembling voices echo through the chapel.
Abode of our Lord, font of parental love, He punishes evil and drives out injustice. All shall bask in His love, whether they have scars or stones. When we pray sincere, He gives us bread. When we seek salvation, He sets us free.
Merda!
Agnir, you're a halo. Diamin! What's going on?
Calm down. We figured out what's going on. Somebody forgot to set the right parameters when testing a gun at the firing range, accidentally overloading the power grid. Engineering's on it, and the power should come back any minute now. Although something doesn't feel quite right.
It's pitch black. Of course something doesn't feel right.
That's it! Where's Mr. Cliff's halo? It should be shining like a lamp. Mr. Cliff?
Woody, I'll get a doctor.
Woody? No, Mr. Azel? Your halo? Your wings? What
I'm... fallen? Why?
Was it my fault?
Laterano. Senora Lemon! Saw you from across the street, but you didn't answer when I called your name.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was about to...
Oh, I forgot. It's your first day. Let's see. Your Eminence Cardinal Lemon. Is that right?
It is giving me goosebumps.
Hey, from submitting the application to becoming a Cardinal's aide to finally getting the job, all it took was 2 years, right? Isn't that a new record for the 7th Tribunal?
It took much longer than breaking the wheelchair speed shooting record.
Huh?
Just a joke.
Well, we all look up to you.
There are 200 households up and down 3 streets waiting for you to deliver the sissy milk for their morning fruit tart and post-meal desserts. Meanwhile, how often is a cardinal's presence really needed for diplomatic and national security business in Laterano? Who's to say which one of us is more important to the city?
Fair point. Guess I should get to work. I'll leave your sister milk at the door. 2 servings, as usual.
Yes.
Where's Senora Lemuel working anyway? One day I hear it's a logistics company in Lungmen. The next day I hear it's security for that pharma company called Rhodes Island. I miss her. It's been a long time since I last saw her.
Who knows? Maybe she'll just show up tomorrow, and she wouldn't be happy if the fridge were empty.
You got that right. Isn't this a bit of a detour if you're headed to the 7th Tribunal?
Just visiting a friend I haven't seen in a long time.
I see. Have a nice day, Cardinal Emwen. Have an uneventful day. May the law be with you and me.
Have a nice day.
Lemon greets a few familiar faces on the way, then makes a turn at a corner onto an utterly unremarkable street. The clouds cast their shadows on the pristine paths. A breeze brings the sweet aroma in the air along with it. Soon the surroundings grow quiet as Lemon approaches her destination. Her life has undoubtedly changed, but her steps are light. She gladly welcomes these changes. Lemon has always been that way. The Laterans have always been that way. Have an uneventful day. May the law be with you and me. Lemon utters those words.
Our shadows fall where truth was once earned. We won't forget the lessons.
At the end of the street is a massive building that nearly touches the clouds. The streamlined structure seems decidedly out of place amongst the low profile of church buildings around it. It is no exaggeration to say that it virtually appeared out of nowhere, yet it also seems like it has always been there. It welcomes Lemwen's arrival with open arms. So, a couple of things before we continue. First off, in order. In the beginning of the cutscene, we can see our tiny little adorable Exia, which very rarely almost looks like a Blue Archive character when she's that tiny, but anyway. Tiny little Exia talking with someone. Now, this is not the only cutscene in this, in today's part where I'm not sure to who she's talking to. Like, I have a suspicion who it probably is. Like, right now I can only suspect it's probably her sister, but considering nothing is specified in the cutscene, and I have a dumb feeling they're gonna reference the cutscene somewhere down the line again, I didn't really have anything to go by who it could technically be, so the voice is kind of generic on the character, didn't want to do anything specific. There's gonna be another point again with Exia later, where she's gonna be talking to someone, so you guys already know in advance, where she's gonna mention that it's weird to see, or rather to hear the voice through some device, but who she's actually talking to or who the voice belongs to technically in its originality, I have no idea, so the performance will be pretty kind of generic, nothing specific to it, don't overthink it, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, anyway, I hope you like the choir. I'm not sorry for that. Look, a couple of months ago I regaled everybody's ears with sea shanty Jacob, and today you get church choir Jacob to some extent. Oh god. At least it was funny to me to do. Anyway, besides the point, very interesting build up to what is happening. So we kind of got the tease already. Again, this was the tease at the end of like the extra cutscene at the end of chapter 15, where they kind of suggested that the angels are falling. And here we get a much more broader explanation, or well, not really explanation, a much more broader view of what is happening. As in, it's pretty much every Sankta that is outside of Laterano. At least for now. I don't know if it's gonna change, what is gonna happen down the line in Laterano itself. We'll see, but right now, pretty much every single one of the Sanktas outside of Laterano seems to be falling. Which makes me wonder if this is also affecting the Sanktas, because we do have a couple of Sankta on Rhodes Island as well, if it's kind of impacting them too. But yeah, the Sanktas that are outside keep falling, and like I said, the first cutscene is pretty much referencing a lot immediately, jumping to the Jessica altar story out of nowhere, but yeah, we had two prominent Sanktas in there, so it makes sense that they jumped to it. Also, the introduction of someone who looks absolutely diesel and is definitely a fallen Sankta, and was definitely a gun knight at some point, a official gun knight. But I will not lie, a gun knight armor in like the dark gray, almost black. Ooh, yes. Also a female gun knight. Ooh, yes. That is diesel as hell. Also, that little glowy red eye is very Goblin Slayer. Anyway, we move on to our next stage, which is MT-1, titled simply Order. When your calls ignored for so long suddenly receive a response, will you shudder with relief as your dreams are realized, or will everything feel unreal?
Danger. Repeat. Danger. Danger level. Analyzing. Unknown. Removing restrictions. Unlocking bottom level computing area. Deductive computing power exceeds maximum. Laterano. Explosion.
Finally, I can catch my breath. I don't think I've talked so much in my entire life. And I've got another lifetime's worth of talking to do tomorrow.
How about we trade jobs then? I'll greet the Kazanian delegation. You deal with the 30 nomadic abbeys scheduled to arrive tomorrow. How's that? All this running around is hard on my old bones.
That will not be necessary, Reverend Patricion.
Always communicating with our new Sarkas friends.
Fine enough. Not all the Sarkas have set aside their hatred. That ancient revenant with Speaker Vishadel, for example, got rather worked up at the mere sight of the matriarch. But the speaker shut them up. She's been so magnanimous that I'm having trouble reconciling my impression with the rumors I've heard of her. The chief spokesman of the Kazalian delegation is a lich by the name of Remo. I wish you could have seen it. A 3-hour debate in which he engaged 17 cardinals from the 1st and 6th tribunals in a, well, animated exchange of opinions, encompassing everything from politics to the law, from faith to life and death. Small wonder that whole procession of cardinals was spotted around the guava juice machine afterwards. They must have been soothing their parched lips and throats.
Such energy at his age. I envy the man.
Long story short, Kazdel accepted our proposal. The royal court will review the legacy of royal authority, and the Sarkas will unite through the mediation of Laterano.
I have also spoken to the Empress's voice. The LEITHANIEN delegation will arrive at the holy city early tomorrow morning.
Now that's something you don't see every day.
Remember how few answered the call of the first Summit of Nations 2 years ago? Most thought that the Lateran Declaration was little more than a piece of paper, empty posturing. Empress Evigignana declined our invitation then. This time she's proactively asking to take part in the Summit of Nations. Even Empress Grimmacht, who has long been out of the public eye, came out of seclusion to join the envoy and visit Laterano.
It's a strong show of good faith from LEITHANIEN. Shall we say the second summit of nations has already met expectations?
Exceeded them, Kadila Belov. Columbia, Ursus, Jan, even distant Ager. All nations that should be here are now present.
It's like a dream.
Only the inevitable result of Laterano's development over the ages. The prophesied calamity draws near. The black snow on the ice of Sami, the hole in the sky above LEITHANIEN, even the raging tides that dash against the coast, are all portents to its inevitable arrival. In the face of calamity, everyone wants order. Lateran order.
You're correct, but even after all of our preparation, this site still feels... unfamiliar.
If it's like that for you, imagine how it must be for everyone else. Even if one has heard of the path that Laterano has paved in response to the prophesied calamity countless times during one's enlightenment, one cannot help but hesitate when coming face to face with the ultimate end.
What about yourself?
It's bad form to flaunt one's age, but when you get to my age, there's not much to hesitate about.
Are you ready to retire?
I can hardly bite through a cactus star these days. The summit may be the last thing I can do for Laterano.
That might have more to do with your taste in food, Reverend. I would have a hard time biting through one of those, cactus tarts you're talking about. You are aware that all the cactus tarts among the refreshments were made specifically for you? Literally no one else in all of Laterano has any interest in them.
You must be joking. The cactus tarts were a recommendation from an old friend, a true connoisseur of desserts. What was his name again? It doesn't matter. Back to the topic at hand. It helps among the people make the subsequent ceremony at the Shrine of Nurturing all the more important. We must show everyone, in the most forceful manner, the potential of Laterano.
Of course. I'll get on the handover of the 7th Tribunal immediately. When the Summit of Nations gets underway, I will head to the shrine and ensure that the ceremony is executed without a hitch.
No need to rush. Never mind. Young people are all the same. They complain a lot, but they have no patience when the time for action comes.
Are you mother of your Fia? I believe she has returned, according to the mission logs.
Yes. We'll have a family get-together tomorrow. I hope she likes my gift. Huh?
The Shrine of Nurturing. What a miracle. Lemoine, Cardinal of the 7th Tribunal, go ahead.
Cardinal Lemoine, your presence is required at Via Yuita Augustewanus to investigate a possible bombing.
Reverend Patricion, I don't believe this was on today's schedule.
You may not understand as you were recently created, but emergency assignments take precedence over all other arrangements regardless of organ.
An emergency assignment? But where did this decision come from? Is there any documentation to reference?
Whether a situation is an emergency or not, it's always self-evident. There is no need for additional determination. Someone of unknown identity and in possession of unregistered explosives has been seen in public multiple times without notarial hall oversight. This is a grave threat to the Order of Laterano. The centuries-long peace of the Holy City must not be broken by an illegal explosion during the Summit of Nations, with the eyes of all lands upon us. The suspect has been sighted on Via Yuita in Augustewanus. You are the nearest officer of the Curia. Proceed to the scene immediately. Your aide and notarial hall executors will join you. ETA approximately 10 minutes following your arrival.
Understood.
Lemoine.
What else do I need to know?
I had meant to congratulate you on your creation, but I guess it should wait for tomorrow's gathering.
Will you be there? We all know you've only gotten busier as your retirement draws near. And you always,
Always put my duties first. I can't deny that. I've postponed meetings with old friends so many times that I can hardly remember their names, leaving me too embarrassed to meet them anymore. But I'll try to make the gathering tomorrow.
Take care, Reverend. I'll head to Via Jovita immediately. Can you hear me?
Lemwen?
I'm near the shrine of Nurtury, but something just came up and I need to be elsewhere. Did you say something? I couldn't make it out. Why are you whispering? You're not the type to keep your voice down.
No, Lemwen. You misunderstand. I'm fine, but there's a situation. I need to stay hidden and keep quiet.
See you at Fiametta's thing then.
Sure. Take care.
He's here. He might be whispering, but he can't fool my ears. I didn't need you to guess where he is. He's not behind the curtains or the pillars. This wardrobe is only half his height. There's no way he could hide in here. Is what he wants us to think. What a dummy. It's not that he's dumb, it's that we're too smart. We found you, Senor Nurturer.
Alright, you got me. 30 extra minutes of free time today.
Yay! Let's play Halo, Senor Nurturer. I'll be the first to get in the bottle, the first one out the front, and the first one you hug. Then we'll hold hands and meet the other kids behind when they come out. Are you bothering Anduin again, children?
They just want to play a little longer. It's alright. Giselle, Romeo, go make your preparations at the Hall of Enlightenment. We can start the game once I get there, okay?
Don't you ever say no to the children? I guess that's why they trust you and look up to you. Just a few weeks ago, they were terrified of these unfamiliar halls. It was a struggle just to give them a change of clothes. Now they feel at home. All thanks to you.
I didn't do anything, except stay with them.
You're very much like the matriarch, down to your humility. Just having you with them makes all the difference. Was it not your companionship that helped the mother you and the matriarch brought back through the worst? I remember the first thing the surgeon did after leaving the operating room was to check if he still had his halo. He could not understand how the mother managed to survive with her baby after her abdomen was impaled by a spear. It was a miracle.
We'll call it a miracle once she's successfully given birth. Meanwhile, I will continue to care for her as best as I can.
I'm beginning to understand why the matriarch holds you in such high regard. It is reassuring to know that you are in charge of the most important duty of the nativity, the delivery of the child. The Shrine of Nurtury will be ready for full operation if the nativity goes well. Every child born on Terra henceforth shall have the protection and blessing of the Holy City. That will be the true miracle.
I hope so. I do hope so.
I must not keep you any longer. Giselle and Romy are still waiting for you.
Via Jovita, Pagusta bonus.
It's quiet.
A procession of halos stretches from one end of the street to the other. No one stops and there is no commotion. Someone may step out of the procession to enter a passing confessional, or pick up an ice cream cone from a dessert cart, before continuing on their soundless parade. Silence and order. This is how things have always been in Laterano, the holy city.
I'm in position. Identifying suspicious personnel. No unusual activity at this time.
A figure flashes by a corner in the distance. The wind blows her hood open briefly, revealing a streak of bright red.
Have you checked all the intersections?
Yes, Your Eminence. We didn't find any suspicious individuals. We also interviewed potential witnesses nearby, but at this time we have no concrete leads.
Mushrooms might spring up on a wet pillar by themselves, but bombs don't, do they?
Huh? How could they? With the exception of public officers of the Curia and the Shrine of Nurtury, anyone who is in possession of explosives is subject to surveillance by the Notarial Hall. It's been years since an unplanned gunshot last rang out in Laterano, never mind an explosion. Lemoine bends down and retrieves a bomb fragment from the damaged pillar.
It's pretty sophisticated. If a bomb like this was filled with standard explosives, the blast would have damaged far more than just one pillar.
Do you mean it was homemade? But why? A practical joke?
The Lateran Arms Control List was compiled by the curious, extremely experienced explosive experts. Pretty much anything that could possibly cause a good-sized explosion is on there. It would take considerable effort to assemble a bomb like this using materials not on the list. No one would do this for a whimsical practical joke. Besides, today is no ordinary occasion. The second Summit of Nations is underway.
Lemoine recalls the streak of red. She feels a bit of unease, and even more perplexity.
Get me the files on recent movements around Via Juvita. Correction, all of Paucus Tavonus. What is it? Files that are clearly relevant to the case at hand should have been retrieved the moment we received our orders.
There you are! Forgive me, Cardinal Lemoine. Here are the files you requested. My name is Amos. I'm an investigator with the 7th Tribunal. I'll be serving as your aide and conclavist.
You're late, Amos. Patrician said you'd be here approximately 10 minutes after I arrived at the scene. Here we are, 30 minutes later.
I'm sorry, I was preparing refreshments for the welcome ceremony. I didn't think it'd be so urgent.
Shh. I assume you've heard about me, if the 7th Tribunal appointed you as my aide.
Lemoine the Silent.
I tolerate no excuses.
Want some ice cream, Federico? This one's on me. I'm not in the habit of enjoying dessert in the middle of a mission. Besides, Alred partook before leaving the Notarial Hall. So it was you who took the last cup from the lounge? How about you tell me why you rushed out of the Notarial Hall in such a hurry? Reward me for solving that case, so to speak. You've been standing at this intersection for 10 minutes, but there's nothing here. I'm under no obligation to share my private affairs with colleagues. You said you were in the middle of a mission. What's that sound? Oh, you were waiting for a confessional! You've certainly accumulated your fair share of sins as the executor with the highest rate of complaints at the Notarial Hall, but it's still a huge surprise to see you proactively seeking confession. Here. What? I expensed the cost of a City of Gold blind box on that field mission to Sargon, which resulted in my reimbursements being twice as much as what was actually spent on mission costs. I went out of my door with shame weighing on my heart and spotted a confessional driving by. Anyway, long story short, I got myself an annual pass. You can borrow it. Arrival announcement. Automated confessional El Caro 001 is arriving at this station. Please line up to enjoy confessional services. May all who are lost find salvation. The confessional enters their view, and Federico reaches out. Even a robot knows you don't have any emotional needs, Federico. Virtually every Lateran comes into contact with confessionals in the course of their everyday lives. In a way, these machines hold more diverse and comprehensive data than that stored in a notarial hall. They form natural archives, revealing abnormalities. I have arrived at certain conclusions. Whoa, 1 second, Federico. You don't have to share your conclusions, but could you at least explain what you're looking for? Self-reflection is part of the daily studies of the faithful. As an extension of the church, there are almost as many confessionals in the Holy City as there are dessert carts. These mobile public facilities roam the streets and alleys of Laterano, ensuring that citizens' emotional relief is always immediately available. In the tiny, private space, among the holy sculptures, guns, and pleasant music, a penitent may spill their guts to the electronic confessor. Sins could range from the shame of consuming too much sugar to the crime of betraying one's kin or bringing harm to one's people. After rejecting Federico, the automated confessional El Caro 001 stops in an alley, opening its door to allow a mysterious guest to enter. You're late, excusi.
You were the one who told me to be careful. I made sure I didn't have a tail on my butt, and you didn't give that stone-faced guy a chance to fiddle with anything.
He may have observed something abnormal about me.
Let's pray he doesn't catch you and tear you apart piece by piece. What is it?
You changed your clothes.
Of course I did. A penguin logistics uniform is way too conspicuous for Laterano. I designed this outfit myself. I've only worn it once, at my graduation. And it's you we should be talking about. Do you know how weird it is to hear your voice come out of a confessional speaker?
Back on topic. The experiment failed.
I hate to admit it, but yes. It took so much effort to find the replacement materials. The market, the bakery, the playground, the school secret shop. I went through every single source I could think of. And it didn't even blast the pillar in two. Any material that's even halfway decent is restricted, and no one could give an answer when I asked why. It's not because of this Summit of Nations, right? If anyone in Laterano thought the beautiful sight of and sound of an explosion would be any threat to the Summit of Nations, then it's not me with the problem, it's Laterano. As for the Summit of Nations, they just announced the final event of the whole deal, some nativity ceremony in that shrine. Are you telling me they built a building big enough to be seen from any corner of Laterano, not as a dessert museum, but to put on some kind of live birthing show?
You have corroborated the anomaly of your home with your own eyes, as you had hoped. As you can see, this is not the Laterano you know.
It's not like I could just trust you blindly. You're just an electronic confessor after all. But now I believe you. There's something really wrong with Laterano. And the worst part is, nobody thinks anything's wrong at all.
The shrine and the ceremony. If all the anomalies are centered around the two of them,
then it's on us to bomb them, isn't it? If I figured out how to blow up a shrine that big enough using only common household items, shouldn't every university in Laterano give me a Lifetime Achievement Award?
as long as you reawaken their love of explosions.
Can you believe it? The Laterans need someone to remind them that they love explosions? Sounds like a nightmare, doesn't it? Shouldn't take more than an afternoon at the firearms workshop to do the job. Oh yeah, the firearms workshop. The workshops may be closed, but the people are still around.
One moment, excusiai.
I know what you're gonna say. It's too dangerous. Firearms workshops is the first place they would look if anything happened, right? Don't worry, I'll be careful. You do the same, and don't get yourself taken apart. That's my job, once this is all over and done with. Anyway, welcome to Laterano. My investigation is now concluded. Thank you all for your contributions. We can go back to the 7th Tribunal once we've signed off on the paperwork. If the refreshments at the welcome ceremony haven't gone stale yet, may count on your assistance in eliminating them with extreme prejudice. I would like you to accompany me to see the Arknights, Amos. Is there a problem?
If by Arknights you mean Reverend Patricion, I'll ask Joshua to accompany you.
Explain.
There was an incident a decade ago when a nomadic abbey was escorting prisoners back to Laterano. Terrible fight broke out between a gun knight and her cohort. By the time the Curia sent someone, much blood had been spilled and the gun knight had fallen. She was exiled from Laterano and has not been heard from since.
I've heard of the case.
The gun knight was my wife. It was Reverend Patricion who led the cleanup task force and exiled her.
You've been with the 7th Tribunal far longer than I have, Conclavist Amos. I don't need to remind you of her duty, and the duty of the Gun Knights.
No. You misunderstand. My wife was entirely at fault. Any Sankta who raises their patron firearm against one of their own must be judged by the law and be expelled from paradise. I'm in no position to criticize Reverend Gun Knight Patricion. However, I can't bring myself to see him like this either.
Is this how you've handled any previous dealings with the Gun Knights?
Yes. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry. Give me 5 minutes. I'll try to collect myself and maybe I can go with you.
I don't mean to reprimand you. I just think that this is part of what we do at the 7th Tribunal. We spend our time seeing people we don't want to see, and not seeing the people we want to see. Or worse, seeing the people we want to see in the worst ways possible. I hated handing down instructions to Mostima and the others.
But they said you volunteered to join the 7th Tribunal.
because there's a lot I can do here. The same goes for you, Amos.
Thank you. But I don't really have aspirations. It was like that when my wife was around, and even more so after she left.
There's a lot at the 7th Tribunal that needs doing. For example, there are still several firearms workshops that need attention. It's our first priority right now. The seizure of the firearms workshops must proceed without a hitch in order to prevent any more explosions. I'll leave it to you. Be quick, won't you? Are you tired? You've gone through 6 rows of wheat with your sickle since dawn. Perhaps you should take a break by the haystacks. Arturia. I'm not so frail. Besides... Nothing. I just wanted to see where the fields end. I can't make out the boundary. Even my music can't penetrate it. You'll have to work harder. We meet again, Sister Hildegard. Good afternoon, Arturia. I brought you lunch. Bread, some ice cream, crackers, and a large mug of craft beer. Thank you. Work harder, you said? What I mean is, there's plenty for us to do. Look at the golden stalks, the undulating waves of wheat. It's another bumper harvest in Laterano. Setting aside our own food stocks, Landon Monastery will be able to put twice as much grains as usual into System Milk Bread and craft beer this year. It'll be a good source of income. Why are you laughing? The way you talk about life makes me appreciate this prison even more, Sister Hildegard. The respect you show for this prison makes me appreciate you even more, Arturia. I'm very curious about your transgression. I heard the other nun saying that your music is beautiful but dangerous. I have a question. If I recall correctly, Landon Monastery was founded to protect the Pope and important clerics of the Lateran Church. Which makes me wonder when this place became a prison. Is it not protecting important clerics and the peace of Laterano to put certain individuals of note under observation? The significance of Landon Monastery has never changed. Besides, the more important the monastery is to the Holy City, the less likely we will fall insolvent. How did you acclimate to this place so quickly as a liberi? What do you mean? I grew up here. I see. Oh, I almost forgot. This is what you requested yesterday. Gracias. What made you want to read The Saint's Travels all of a sudden?
Arturia gazes into the distance. Behind her, the worn image of the monastery. Before her, a golden sea of wheat. The wheat field runs to the edge of the holy city and seems to extend infinitely into the distance. The breeze blowing through the wheat makes nary a sound. Laterano seems to slumber.
Penance, of course. What other reason might a prisoner have?
Alright, a couple of things once again. First off, let's address the ending of this cutscene. So, Archetto is in the story! That was not on my bingo card. Well, it explains why she got a new skin, I guess. And not just a normal skin, by the way. As a reminder, it's a live 2D skin. Which is very wild, but again, she's a 6-star, so I guess. I don't know what other kind of importance she's gonna have in this story going forward, but I'm positively surprised. This is one of those characters that I always feel sad about, because they get introduced with like a vignette side story. For people who weren't around, Archetto is a 6-star character sniper that was introduced ages ago with a vignette side story, aka those story card events that are like sticking around for like a week. And very similar to Surtur or very recently Echidna, she only got a single story card, which was pretty short if I remember correctly as well, and did a little bit for the character, but not enough. It's one of those times where you wish a character that is introduced also had a full story around them, so you get to know them better and whatever they're representing. But yeah, Archetta is part of the story, so I kind of hope they're gonna keep her around for the rest of this chapter, and she's gonna have to do something, or there's gonna be some more characterization than just, hey, she's here with a new skin. But yeah, that's very nice. Arturia is serving her time, apparently, and that is interesting. Now, one thing I will say, though, there is an extra thing I didn't mention at the beginning of this episode, and that has to do with Arturia. Now, how she got here, what was her contact of reference, and what brought her back to Laterano, that kind of gets covered in her operator record, so probably in the next episode, depending on how the story is gonna be progressing, but probably in the next episode I might be including a voiced version of the operator record of Arturia, because I feel like that one is kind of like an interesting bridge point between her previous appearance, which was in Zwillingstürme, and well, right now here. I think it would be a good inclusion into this story, but again, we'll see how the story is gonna progress from here. But yeah, interesting stuff is happening out in and around Laterano. Exia is doing her thing. Something. She's fighting something, apparently. Again. And speaking of her, this was the cutscene that I was referring to, where she's gonna be speaking to someone, and she's referring that she recognizes the voice, but again, who is actually, if it's actually a person speaking, if it's actually just the confession booth speaking, because they do have some form of AI in them, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe someone is actually like hacking into the thing and speaking to her directly. We'll see moving on with the story. For now, I have no idea who the voice is supposed to belong to. And yeah, one final thing I forgot to mention at the beginning in the first cutscene as well, that is a very interesting thing, and kind of like a, even though it kind of, I hate saying it that way, but it's kind of like a cursed thing to see. I mean, I'm happy to see it, but at the same time, it's, you know, you're not used to it. Lemwen walking around is very interesting. It kind of got me off guard the first time. I was like, oh, okay. She's walking again. Why the wheelchair again then? Why is she back in a wheelchair? We'll see. We'll see. There's probably a reason why she's back in a wheelchair with her with the recruitable version. Hopefully no one breaks her legs again. But yeah, very interesting stuff. And final point is the giant-like building in the background that just exists. We'll see. I have a couple of things I do want to say, but I'll leave that for the ending. For now, we have a training stage. Now, tutorial stage, I will not be going through it as nothing really happens on it outside of characters introducing you to the mechanics, aka the dream tile and sleeping and cosplayer mechanics, so let's just read off what it says here. Strange days in the Holy City. If you are so used to the Holy City being an eternal spotless white, then how would you even notice the changes the sky casts onto it? And yeah, this is what introduces you to the dream tiles and the cosplayers. More importantly, I want to point this out. It's not Eyes of the Priestess anymore, it's now Zeroth Order Oil Tank. Or Zoot. So, for people who have not been through episode 15, I will leave it at that. Discover that yourself. Why it's called Zoot now. That was a fun little find. I didn't actually expect them to update that, but I should have actually expected to see that updated. Anyway, we move on to our second stage and final one for today, titled Prayer. A miracle will befall this land when everyone believes that even the most fantastical dream can become reality. Firearms Workshop, Via Borgos, Pagus Faber. Hello? Anybody home? Sculptures of saints line the walls of the small workshop, acting as makeshift display shelves, exhibiting guns to would-be customers in impossible arrangements. But Amos does not see a single customer. No one stops at the door to the workshop, except for himself. His first feeling is that the whole place seems cold and cheerless. Not even the proprietor is present. Gazing on the dim light cast upon the sculptures, his second feeling is one of eeriness. Senor Paganini? Are you in? Why would a gunsmith have such an absurd name? Amos looks around, then bumps into something. He looks around and finds himself staring into a pair of massive luminous eyes that peer straight at him from the shadows. Who are you barging into my place like this? Let me put on my glasses. A functionary? Sorry, I was taking a nap because there's been no business lately. I wasn't expecting an official visit. I am Colonel Amos. I came to see that the handover of this firearms workshop is in order. And you are? Paganini, the guy with the absurd name. Oh wait, you're Oliberi? Do I look like a Sankta to you? Sorry, what I meant is, I've never seen a Liberi in this line of work. After all, only Sankta use patron firearms. Got a problem with it? Chefs don't necessarily eat their own cooking. I can't use the weapons I make, that's all. Do you need my gunsmithing license? I must have made close to 1,000 patron firearms for the people of Laterano. If not more. Maybe even yours. Phew, this is some real premium work. Well above my craftsmanship, that's for sure. Not that it matters anymore. I'm about to close up shop. All recent orders have been cancelled. The tutorial hall can have this last batch of guns. You've already prepared? I thought that would be trouble. Thought it would give you a hard time. That's not what I meant. The registrar indicates this workshop has been around for a century. As a Liberi who has chosen to make patron firearms for the Sankta, it must hold incredible significance to you. Save it. Anyone can tell that gunsmiths have become a dying breed these last few years. We've all been waiting for the day to come. If you're asking whether I like it or not, no, of course I don't like it. Do you want to hear about the insomnia I've had lately? I can arrange a confessional for you if you wish. The 7th Tribunal will cover the cost. If anyone here needs a confession, it's you. This old man's set to retire, but my apprentice, Vanini, she hasn't even had the chance to make her own patron firearm. If all the firearms workshops are gone, you'll be responsible for her future. Of course. Closing the firearms workshops is part of the process to make the firearms manufacturing more standardized and efficient. Gunsmiths like you and your apprentice remain valuable talent. I will pass this on to the 6th Tribunal, which is responsible for civil matters. Your apprentice Vanini should receive a recommendation to the Shrine of Gunsmiths in Pagos Michelion, which is almost complete. Shrine of Gunsmithing, huh? I hope they're that confident when they actually start smithing guns. I have faith in Laterano's. Yeah, I've heard it too many times. If you have no objections, I would like to ask you to sign these papers. Effective immediately, this workshop will cease operation, with the notarial hall handling follow-up matters. Pleasant day to you, senor. See yourself out.
Pagos Faber via Borgos. How familiar. This is the place.
Has the connection been established? I think so. We've been waiting for 2 days on the outskirts. I want to go out and get some fresh air.
And these Laterans invited us onto this mobile abbey while we were wandering in the wilderness, then made us wait like this once we got to Laterano. I apologize for keeping you waiting. 12 other nomadic abbeys have reached Laterano, in addition to the busy schedule of the Summit of Nations. We beg your understanding. The notarial hall has prepared temporary accommodations in Pagos Ambrosius. Once you've settled down, the 6th Tribunal will help you with your registration and social welfare.
Sister? Do you mean that outsiders like us will get to stay in Laterano?
From the 2nd Summit of Nations, Laterano's doors will be open to all races. You shall find a home in the city.
Hey, Extra, are you alright? I'll find a doctor.
No. You can't let the Sankta find out. Not yet. Please, let me through.
Don't worry about it, sister.
We can take care of this. You're busy, aren't you? Are you pregnant, Circus? Your people didn't stop the Circus from entering the Abbey. You're gonna make it a problem now. You want me to go? I'll go. I don't need help from the Sankta. You want to lay a hand on me or my baby? You misunderstand. It's just we have no directive for accommodating pregnant mothers in the Abbey's standard operating procedures, and thus Sister Angie is not sure what to do. Allow me to bring her to the Shrine of Nurtury, Sister Angie. The Shrine of Nurtury is not yet open to the public. This is against regulations. Besides, what are you doing here? Our Lord has guided me to where I should be. We must have some flexibility. The Shrine of Nurtury cannot ignore an ailing mother. Yes, Matriarch. I am Keph, Matriarch of the Shrine of Nurtury. Simply put, I am its caretaker.
The woman with golden hair turns slowly toward the Sarkas. Her voice is soft yet crystal clear, seemingly carefully probing. The Sarka sees the 2 black horns on the woman's head, then turns her gaze to the woman's eyes. She sees an empty void underneath the intricate patterns of the eye patch.
What are you? Sarkas? Sankta? Blind too? Sarkas, Sankta, we have no need of these words of distinction. You and I, we are alike. Like you, I am nurturing lives that I treasure. My lack of sight does not prevent me from perceiving you and the new life you carry, the anxiety and joy that it brings you. We Sarkas don't talk this way. You're Sankta, a strange Sankta with children. Do you raise your children in that shrine or something? What kind of place is it? The Shrine of Nurtury, where new life is born and nurtured. You and I stand in its shadow. A shrine for giving birth? Birth is sacred. Each new birth is a continuation of the Lateran faith. Only in this way may we shape the future. I don't understand. Long have you wandered the wilderness. You have not enjoyed the care that a mother should. You are weak, and so is your child. Are you sure you want to leave the holy city that is so near and return to the wilderness at a time like this? Your name is Extra, madam. You don't like it? We understand the difficulties facing the Sarkas. Many Sarkas' mothers named their children Extra, seeing them as nothing more than a little extra in their lives. This name's got nothing to do with my mom. I took it myself after I got pregnant. Who's to say who's the extra? You got a problem? You treasure your bonds with your child. You are proud of having this little extra in your life, and you want everyone to know. This is a wonderful, noble sentiment, madam. It should not be tainted by racism or hatred. I know what you fear. All people here in this abbey, Sankta, Feline, Kuranta, Lupo, and Vulpo alike, bear witness. The Summit of Nations is underway. Countless outlanders from all nations have flocked to Laterano. Laterano would not be foolish enough to harm a pregnant mother with all this attention. You have my word. All right. Thank you for your understanding. Let us welcome the birth of a new life together in Laterano. It will bridge a gulf and bring new meaning. This birth will be a great achievement. This is why I have come. Our Lord has guided me to where I should be. Welcome to Laterano. You are needed here, all of you.
Whatever it is you're after, I'm sure I can help you.
I haven't said anything yet.
Alright, Senora Sankta, what do you want? Do you need your guardian gun fixed, or you want some custom ammo? Go out the door and turn left. You might just find one of the last firearms workshops in Pagus Mikalion that hasn't shut down yet, if you can get there before the functionaries. I signed the handover documents from the 7th Tribunal 10 minutes ago. I'd be violating the law if I did anything with this stuff now.
What if I said I wanted to make an explosive that would shake the city?
Not interested.
Come on, you're Master Peg, the king of gunsmiths. If anyone would want to see an explosion, it's you.
Don't butter me up with a title you just made up on the spot.
I know what you're afraid of, Master Peg. All I need is a little help. Lend me some of your equipment, some of your expert knowledge, to help me figure out what's going on in Laterano. I'm really anxious about all this. My boss always says nothing gets in the way of Penguin Logistics completing our mission, or the after party. You don't need to do anything. That way, you won't be violating the law, right?
Get your guardian gun away from my collection, Sankta. Besides, I know this gun. I made a damn thing.
Recognize it, don't you? Then you also know how powerful it is. I got Dr. Paula to make a new pair of glasses for you, Magister. She admonished me to no end. She says it's your punishment to keep wearing those antiques of yours. Here, try them on. Who's this? What's going on, Magister Paganini? Hey, if it isn't a quiet little girl. Look how fluently you can gab now. What was your name again? Mannheim? Vanessa? Oh, I know. Manini. See? We've still got our teamwork. I remember now. You're L. You came to pick up your first patron firearm. Magister Paganini never lets me bother the customers when I come to the shop, but there was such a ruckus outside that day, I couldn't help but peek. Magister Paganini found me out, though. I don't remember much else because I was so scared he was going to yell at me. Sorry. Oh, so that's why. You were afraid. Weird. I thought you looked happy. What brings you here today, Al?
Buddy, the 7th Tribunal came today. My workshop is...
I'm not officially a gunsmith yet. I don't actually work for this shop. It's not against the law, strictly speaking. Heh! Can I help this customer, Magister? Gotcha, Senor Nurturer. Where did you go? Romeo said you were hiding from us. Is that true?
Of course not.
And then let's play Halo. Father Anduin is very busy. How about you guys play with me?
Your Eminence, I have some private matters to attend to. I'll be back soon.
No need to be nervous. I have your leave request on file. What I really should ask is, what are you doing here with the children when you're supposed to be on leave?
I thought I had enough time for one round of Halo.
And then? Did you think the children would let you go so easily?
I'll think of something.
I've heard you're completely incapable of saying no to the children. Who could have ever imagined that the first nurturer the matriarch nurtured, one whose diligence and piety are beyond question, was once a criminal who violated the law?
I'm only attending the family gathering of a friend I've not seen in a long time. Your Eminence.
I told you, no need to be so nervous. I'm not worried about you burning Laterano while blowing a balloon or baking a cake. I'm just curious, why is there such a stark difference between how the matriarch sees you and your profile in the curious records?
The matriarch has never overlooked or denied my sins, Your Eminence. She simply places more importance on my understanding with her. It was before she became matriarch. Our paths crossed by sheer chance, when I was taking refuge from a catastrophe in an abandoned nomadic abbey. The matriarch may be blind, but her sense of hearing is impeccable. She caught a faint cry coming from the basement, in the midst of the deafening roar of Originium dashing against the distant mountains. A mother, lying in a pool of blood, in the shadows on death's door. She attempted to intimidate the matriarch and protect her own child, but all she managed was an expression of great pain.
The mother you and the matriarch first brought to the Holy City, her injuries were such that even the most determined physician would have given up hope. What made you think she would live?
I didn't even think she would last a night. But the matriarch had faith in a miracle, as though it was an inevitability. The matriarch wanted me to believe, too. Believe that the poor mother would find salvation, thanks to us. And she did. At first, without medical training, all I could do was empathize and be by her side, caring for her in what ways I could.
You lingered in a stranded abbey for 3 months, for the sake of a miracle?
Laterano needs a miracle.
Then you're much more rational than I thought, both of you. Perhaps I should see you in a different light.
Certainly, if it convinces the Curia to offer greater support for the Shrine of Nurturing.
So rational, it's almost boring. Hurry along now, Nurturer Anduin. At the very least, I hope to see the nativity through without a hitch. Madam Extra, you must take your nutrition.
I said I don't want it.
If you have specific dietary requirements, we can make efforts to accommodate them.
You think I'm a picky eater?
But
yes, you have beds and food and your leader, that matriarch, said you wouldn't do anything to me. But I just don't feel comfortable. In the wilderness, I know what can kill me, and I know what I need to do to give birth to this baby. Where to hunt, how to keep warm, how to block off the entrance to my cave. And with that, I don't have to worry about myself or my baby. But here... Get out! Take the food with you. I didn't touch it. I'm sure there are people who need it more in this place.
Reverend Arknight Patricion?
Yes, the matriarch was looking for me.
She's inside. A minute, please. The matriarch has been tending to the pregnant Sarkas woman who arrived in poor shape, but it's been an hour and she hasn't come out yet. I'm not one to speculate, but the prejudices of the past have made it difficult for many Sarkas to accept our kindness. The matriarch has no weapons on her. I worry that...
I'll check on her.
The Arknight Patricion has served Laterano for many decades. He has forgiven many Sarkas, and slaughtered many more. He has heard the Sarkas curse in fury, cry out in pain, roar in hatred, even plead in despair. But he has never heard them pray. And yet the pregnant Sarkas now kneels before a holy statue, her hands clasped together, stumbling over the unfamiliar words of liturgy. The matriarch stands behind her, her head bowed in prayer as well, the pair bathing in the warm glow. When the Sarkas trips over a sentence, the matriarch waits for her.
All mortals desire peace and happiness, and fear hardship and sorrow. Therefore, we stand together in prayer, regardless of race.
Matriarch, the Sarkas.
She has only just left behind the restless life of a wanderer. Now that she is experiencing idleness for the first time in her life, all the worries she has never had time to ponder have rushed to the surface. She simply needs to learn to comfort herself.
You taught her how to pray?
We've only recited a few verses together. Let's go somewhere where we won't disturb her.
Why have you called me here today, matriarch?
I wanted to talk with you to ease your troubles. But it seems like words may not be so necessary now.
Troubles? I am not troubled.
Are you not troubled? Or do you dare not be troubled? Everyone in Laterano knows that our ancient order was established in response to the prophesied calamity. As calamity descends, our order is stretched to its limit, yet no one can predict what will become of Laterano one day.
I cannot imagine it, but I have faith it will be beautiful.
You have given too much for it. The granddaughter you never have time to be with, the old friend whose name you've forgotten, and the other old friends you've exiled as guardian of order. To deny Laterano's future is to deny everything that you have given and sacrificed for it. It is to deny yourself. Have no fear. A sliver of that future has already revealed itself to you. If the faith of Laterano can bring comfort even to the faithless, if Sarkas can pray side by side with Sankta, then our order shall open its arms to all. There will be no barriers, no one left behind,
no unwilling partings.
Sounds like you're describing a dream.
Are we not about to lift the veil that separates dream from reality before the eyes of all? A miracle will befall this land when everyone believes that even the most fantastical dream can become reality. The nativity must go off without a hitch, Patricion.
I'll do my best, matriarch.
You're blocking the screen, Holy Debt Collector! You're the one who decided to sit that far back. Not that you're missing anything if I block a few scenes. It's just 8-armed chainsaw guy after all. And stop quoting random lines from the movie. You're not on a mission or in a briefing. You're in my house! I kind of like that name. Maybe you can use it as your code name for your next mission. Not you too, Lemoine. You two sure can work together when it comes to making up bad code names. How's life as a cardinal, Lemoine? Keeping busy? Busier than when I was in a wheelchair. When was it that you got out of it for good, anyway? I don't remember. You don't really care much about me, do you? I'm so sad, and the only thing that can comfort me is if you let me feel your horns. Why don't you ask if Holy Debt Collector might let you touch her ear plumage? Go ahead, I don't mind. I never thought it would be the Summit of Nations that brought us back together after all this time. It's like every Lateran out there got called back to the city. I can understand Legati like Mustima getting recalled, but the old man brought me back when I was in the middle of a high-priority mission to Sargon. Say, where's your grandpa anyway? He's the one throwing the party, right? Should be back soon. Who knows what he's up to? All he said was that since he was retiring, he wanted to make an important announcement while everyone's still here.
It's nice to see the kids having fun when I got home from work. Makes me feel 10 years younger.
That still makes you really old, Patricion. Reverend Arknight.
Oh no! Are you angry at me for being late, Fia? I had to turn the office upside down, trying to find this thing.
What's in the package, Reverend?
Open it. Find out for yourself.
Wow, a Guardian gun? Looks like it's been around for a while. Patricion, unless my eyes deceive me.
The first patron firearm I ever had. I picked it when I was 12. It stayed with me for over a decade, until I became a gun knight. Soon it'll become a true relic, when firearms workshops fade into the history of Laterano. Take it, Fia.
What?
A little token. Think of it as fulfilling an old man's wish. As your mentor, your guardian, some of what I did was, how should I put it, regrettable. You know, you weren't the only student I cared for, but I was never a licensed teacher. The other one should have walked a better path.
Aurela, the gun knight who killed her cohort, that's a whole different thing. If I never walked that better path, it's not because of anything so drastic.
It's because you don't have the little what's it I have over my head. I know. But I took you in precisely because you were liberi.
You never told me that. What regret are you trying to make up for this time?
I didn't want to tell you. The loss of friendship made me realize that I never truly knew a liberi. I thought I was too clumsy. I thought I could learn to get along with the liberi. But I was never very good at it. I worried about your nerves that were constantly on edge, about your obsession over the accident, the anger that boiled within you, and how you struggled to fit in. But I never knew how to guide you. For the Sankta, empathy is a window that helps us understand each other. For you, it became a wall that kept you out.
Hold it right there. Do old people always get so sentimental?
You don't get it. What I'm trying to tell you is that everything is going to change after the Summit of Nations. The prohibition on patron firearms for non-Sankta will be lifted, along with other rules like it. The law's acceptance of the Liberi will extend far beyond just allowing you to live in the Holy City. We will truly become one people, Fia.
Do you think it's enough to just issue a few edicts, close a few workshops, build a shrine, and take in some wanderers?
See? That's your first reaction. It means that deep down, you want to share true understanding with Lemwin, with Mastima, with us. You will understand, Fia. Then, if you're willing, you can take my place and become a true gun knight, or go and do whatever else you want to. Things that were once open only to the Sankta. When that day comes, your friends will be there to bear witness, as they do now. Now, take your guardian gun for a spin.
Fiametta does not fully understand what the old man said, and her two friends say nothing, but everyone present smiles at her. Fiametta raises the old patron firearm. She has held many grenade launchers in her time, but she feels a strange sensation come over her as she touches the gun's barrel, like a terrestrial creature touching the sea for the first time. She cannot tell if the indescribable connection among Sanctas has opened itself to her, or if it is simply a reaction to Patrizion's words.
We were born different, Fia, but our paths must eventually converge. Nothing makes an old man happier than recognition from his child.
Fiametta holds the gun tightly and lines up the sights with the door. Fiametta, it's been a while. Did you invite him, Lemon?
I knew he was coming. That's all.
It was I who invited him. Letting go of hatred is also part of achieving true understanding.
Is there anything I can help with, Al? To make up for not recognizing you? Not so fast. There's a few things about Laterano I'm really interested in. It's been a long time since I've been here. Oh? When did the Curie decide to shut down every firearms workshop in the city? It was recent. The edict was sent out to all workshops in the city on the same day. It wasn't that much of a surprise. Arms control had been around for as long as I could remember, and it was about time they turned their attention to reforming gun control after all these years. Don't you find it strange? Should I? Magister Paganini said there was nothing unusual about shops shutting down and opening up. He'd been talking about closing up for years. But this is a firearms workshop! Does that make a difference? This is where all Sanctas meet their guardian guns! Have all of you forgotten the meaning a Sancta's patron firearm carries? Well, Elle, what are you doing?
Excuzia takes out a patron firearm and puts it on the workbench. She smoothly disassembles it, from the magazine to the barrel to the action to the case ejector.
I'm not a terrorist or some kind of super mercenary. I just know my guns like I know my own joints. I remember how I came into possession of each and every gun. Yes, all of them. But the one that left the deepest impression on me was the first one, when I stepped into this little shop, along with my parents and my sister.
Excusia's hands do not slow down even as she continues talking.
My sister told me that every Sankta has their very own patron firearm, or guardian gun, the same as we were born with our unique halos. So picking a guardian gun is like making a friend. We place our trust in empathy, open our hearts to one another, and learn to get along. You were what, 4 or 5 years old at the time? You were tiny, didn't have a halo, and you couldn't even talk. We didn't even notice you. By the time we knew you were there, you had your hands on the scope I had picked, feeling with a face full of curiosity. Magister Paganini said he found me in the gardens of an Ecclesia Requietum and brought me back to his workshop. I seemed to have problems with speech, and he thought I was mute at first. It took a few years for me to be able to put a few syllables together. I caused him so many headaches. I was never the kind of kid he could be proud of. I sneaked out that day without even knowing why, and I was so anxious I almost cried. Put your hand on it, Vani, just like all times. Huh?
Hesitantly, tentatively, Vanini puts her hand on it.
Master Pack put my hand-picked parts together, my mind filled with thoughts when I held it in my hand. Protect my parents and sister, make new friends, have the coolest graduation ceremony in Laterano. He told me I could do all that. You felt it, didn't you? The stuff you just said wasn't what I remembered at all, Vani. I remember that I picked my guardian gun with a little girl I didn't know. We watched the foul beast across the street use the barrel as a talking tube. She didn't talk, but I could feel what was in her heart when we played together with the parts. That's why I knew she was happy when I saw her reddened eyes at the end. This is our secret. That's why I didn't say anything to my sis when she asked if I was bullying you. For me, that wasn't the day I made one friend. It was the day I made two.
Excusia brandishes her gun, which she has already reassembled, and smiles at the young apprentice gunsmith. Vanini has her eyes fixed on Excusia, that sense of confidence and pride that was on her face throughout the process. Vanini cannot tell where the confidence and pride came from. It is almost like Excusia is saying, I'm a Sankta, and this is a Sankta thing.
What is it, Vani? Well, I basically recreated what happened. You still don't remember anything? But I believe you, El. Huh? I was really sad when Magister Paganini told me this workshop would have to close. I thought it was because I've lived here for so long with him that I didn't want to leave. I believe you about this link that you say patron farmers bring us. El, even though it means that something has happened to the holy city that I can't comprehend. Yeah. How can I help? You've been here in the farm's workshop for so long. Surely you've got a way to help me make an explosive that will shake the city?
Is V alright?
Mostima is with her. You know what she's like. It's not so easy for her to forgive.
What about Anduin?
He left.
If there's anyone who has a right to be angry, it would be you, Lemoine. You are the one who suffered the most.
I can't argue with that, Reverend. But all emotions change with time. In the 5 years that I spent in that coma, Anduin served his sentence in a nomadic abbey, traveling across Terra, offering assistance to our scattered kin as his way of atoning. Finally, he decided to come back to Laterano, reintegrating as an ordinary nurturer. Laterano needs him, and he deserves a second chance.
I'm glad you think that way. What was it you wanted to talk to me about?
Still, Fiammetta, you know she insisted on taking firearm courses when she was in school. She was always the first to show up for class, and the last to leave the firing range. She loved guns in a way nobody could ever doubt, even though she never learned to use one. But when you gave her your gun and that speech, that look in her eyes, I couldn't tell if it was doubt or disappointment, but the one thing I know is that it wasn't pure joy.
Is that right? I thought she would be happy. At least before Anduin showed up. I still don't understand how she feels after all these years.
Your announcement took me by surprise, let alone Fiametta. The prohibition on patron firearms for non-Sankta will be lifted, along with other rules like it. That part. Yet the arms control that we have been pushing for so long has only now come to its most important stage.
You mean the two policies conflict?
What I want to ask is, have you received any further revelations? Have greater goals been bestowed upon our arms control work?
The goal has never changed. All forms of control exist so that everyone will be able to use guns more efficiently, more widely. The firearms workshops have a long history, but also plenty of flaws. Gunsmiths and customers both put way too much energy into them, trying to make each and every gun unique. Once the Shrine of Gunsmithing in Pagus Michelion starts operating for real, Laterano will be able to provide armed support to all nations and all races, when we have to.
If the goal has never changed, why do the changes of the present seem so sudden? So out of place?
Maybe because we're not so great at imagining the future. You're right, the Matriarch has bestowed a greater revelation upon me, and will partake of the same revelation at the Nativity. When the time comes, it won't be just you and Fia. Millions of people will gain insight into the future, both inside and outside Laterano. You're sharp, Lemwen, and I'm sure you understand that our first priority is to make sure that the Nativity goes off without a hitch.
I will continue to hunt the criminal trying to blow things up at this important time.
Leave. Now. I don't want to see your face. In the end, the gathering parted on less than pleasant terms. He had spent much time mulling over Patrician's invitation before accepting it. He was not unprepared for what might happen, but with a new dawn about to break in Laterano, he had decided to come and visit old friends, for reasons that he could not or would not put into clear words. What will become of the past once the new Laterano comes? He wanted a confirmation, nothing more. The wind brings a cloud that casts a tiny shadow in a corner of the street. Anduin frowns. He takes a few steps, then stops and waves over a confessional. Automated confessional. Confess 47. At your service. Please insert your Signa Creditorum or citizen credit card before beginning your confession. Sorry, I just remembered. I have something else I need to do. It's you.
Is something the matter? Were you being followed? Was that why you waved over a confessional? To check your surroundings? Do we need to call the guards?
No, I guess I was just imagining things. Were you looking for me?
The matriarch has returned to the Shrine of Nurtury. We came to take you back.
Welcome back, Cardinal Lemon. Here are the handover documents for the firearm workshops in Pagus Faber. This one's owner, Paganini, has signed the papers.
Good work. The Indorio Hall can take the rest.
Speaking of which, there are some exceptional circumstances with the workshop on Via Borgos. The owner, Paganini, has an apprentice who is going to take her qualification exam. The Curie will have to provide some form of compensation now that the shop has been shut down. Her name is Vanini, I think. I happened to pass her by when I left. She had fiery red hair and a bright smile on her face. A really sunny disposition.
Via Borgos. Sounds familiar. Look at the files on your terminal, Amos. That description does not fit Varini.
It's
alright. Maybe just a passerby. You said she was a Sankta with fiery red hair?
She had a hood up, but we were walking towards each other. I got a good look.
Al? Why?
Alright, and that is where we're gonna be leaving it off for today. But yeah, interesting shit, interesting setups. Granddad likes to step into puddles, even when he's trying just to be a helpful granddad. I like the guy, but oh my god. And then there is the matriarch. Okay, you know, the thought didn't cross my mind, design-wise, for her, until I was done recording the initial raw recording of the thing, but it kind of hit me as I was recording the voice lines for this part later on. Doesn't she kind of remind me of a design? Like her design could very well fit into like Warframe. she really feels like she's from Warframe or some shit like that. That kind of hit me way too late, but interesting design, interesting stuff. But yeah, so far, I don't know what to honestly speculate about this story. Number one, the giant building is being kind of like presented as it's just suddenly appeared out of nowhere, which, look, I'm not gonna say that can't happen with how this world is and the knowledge and stuff like that, and who the hell knows what the law might be up to. But stuff is happening behind the whale, and we'll see where it goes from here. But also, I feel like everybody's also kind of being like hypnotized who is in the city. Like, they just accepted that the building is there. They are accepting that that the guns are just gonna be distributed to all people now, with disregard, like no regards to whatever they are, who they are, where they're from. Just like if a nation needs guns, here are guns. Okay. Sure. Laterano turning into the biggest arms manufacturer in the world, apparently. All of a sudden, which is quite the weird thing. I don't know, but I'm kind of gonna speculate that maybe the law is going berserk. As it's being afraid of what is coming, the calamity that is coming, and maybe because it's going berserk and into some kind of overdrive kind of thing, it might be influencing every Sankta that it's linked to. Like, at the beginning of the story, we immediately see Sankta fall that are outside of the radius of Laterano, while everybody in Laterano seems normal to a degree, but also seem like they're being manipulated. I mean, Anduin... again, I also forgot to mention him earlier. Anduin just being back in the story is great, by the way. Also, guy got a glow up. And so did Valev. It's so funny. It's so funny to look at Valev's old model and the new one, and you can tell it's been like 3 or 4 years between the designs. Like, immediately. Holy hell, the old model looks... It looks so low... Not low quality, but low resolution compared to the new one. Like, miles ahead in difference. But both of them got a glow up. Very interesting. I wonder if Anduin, however, is doing stuff because he might be also influenced by something like the rest of the Sankta are. Again, that's just how stuff feels right now, as where we are. But we'll see. I do kind of feel a tiny bit bad for the guy, because he definitely feels like he's trying to rectify some mistakes maybe on his own, and is maybe, well, he's definitely not searching for redemption from his friends or forgiveness, but I feel like he's missing them. At the end of the day, he was part of the group. He was part of the Mostima, Fiammetta, and Lemoine group, and obviously because of what happened to Lemoine, Lemoine might be seeing past the point and might be kind of like open for... I mean, she was already talking to the guy anyway, so she's kind of past the point of just being pissed off at him. She sees that he is doing stuff at least in the right way. Fiammetta is just an angry bird. She will not let go of that anger that easily. I do wonder if by the end of the story, Fiammetta and Anduin are actually gonna try and make it work again. Would be kinda nice, but I don't know, we'll see. Pretty much I just don't want to see her pissed off the entire time. The gun shop is very interesting. Also very interesting that Exia never really, since the day we knew her, never really used her patron firearm. All the other guns she was using are her guns, but they are tiny little lightweight guns. So her patron firearm was always that giant cannon. Well, that's good to know, I guess. Thank you, Exia. Thank you very much. You could have had more firepower from the beginning? Good lord. But yeah, very interesting. Also, I wonder what Vanini is gonna play into. Oh, and also speaking of Vanini, this is why I didn't want to talk about this until the end of the episode. So in the Firearm Technician's Night thing, this is obviously a minigame where you complete orders, and they are pretty much the standard thing of just complete a battle stage with a rating. But including the order here, when you click on these things, you also get these big blurbs of text, which are pretty much background knowledge on the characters. Kind of like their background story. Here on Vanini's first one, you get a bit of her backstory, apparently, and that's very interesting. For now, I cannot open any more of them, because they are tied behind stages I haven't seen yet, so I can't progress with this stuff. But like I said, in the future episodes, I will be including all of these little stories at the end of each part. For now, I cannot add them. Also, who the hell is this? Do not answer that. Do not answer that. I do not know who what was the name again? Idida is, but looking forward to see who the hell this is. Apparently, there's some importance on this child, considering she's in the story. Or rather, sorry, in this menu, for whatever reason. Yeah, we'll see about all of that next time. Honestly, also considering how this, depending on how the story is gonna go, might actually get to stage 5 next time, because I do want my Grandpa Gundam. I do want Grandpa Gundam. Very excited to get him as well into the roster. But yeah, so far, story is very interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing where it's gonna be heading, what's gonna be happening for the rest, and what other stories are gonna be referenced, because right now there's already a bunch, and yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, oh, and considering that the second Summit of Nations is also going on, I do hope we're gonna see some of the leadership. Number one, we had the whole, and that's why I didn't mention it, you're gonna see it in the clip section anyway, the whole Twin Empress thing. Very interesting. Apparently someone came back from the other dimension I need a backstory on that. I need an explanation on that if that's the actual case. I hope they're gonna show someone. Also, apparently Fremont is somewhere, and I'm kind of pissed that I didn't get to see him. Where is my goat? Where is my old goat? He kinda yada yada everybody into oblivion. That is just, look. I just wanna see the scene of Fremont literally talking everybody in Laterano into oblivion. That is, I just want to see that happen. That sounds amazing. That is the one time I want to see and hear someone talk. A lot. Not just because I have fun voicing him, but yeah. Anyway, this will be it for this part. Next time we're gonna continue, see where the story is gonna be heading and what is happening. But in the meantime, hope you enjoyed, hope you had fun. If you did so, please consider leaving a like, it would help a lot. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. And if you want to support me more directly, memberships are open on the channel. And as I always say, no video will be behind a membership, it's purely there for support. So thank you very much to all the members already doing so, much appreciated. And yeah, enjoy the clip section, and I hope you have a fantastic day wherever you are. And I will see you in the next one. Until then, bye-bye.
Where truth was once earned, we won't forget.
Interesting. Also, what the fuck am I looking at here? What the shit? Hi? Excuse me? Whoa! Oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool. Alright. Babysitting criteria? Excuse me, what? Oh yeah, why are the... hold on, why is this... Why do we have enlightened pacifiers? Excuse me, wait, I need lore on this. What is this so high? How do you say your name actually? Sankta... Mixaparato, I guess? The enlightenment of the Shrine of Nurtury has... The enlightenment of the Shrine of Nurtury has spread like wildfire, and both the living and the unliving have sprouted halos. Oh, okay. The first pacifiers to receive them wandered off through the shrine in their confusion, leaving countless babes to suffer restless nights. What? If you're able to return them to their posts, the beleaguered nurturers will be happy to give gifts as thanks. A pacifier soaked in saliva with a they're used pacifiers with a miniature halo atop it. The child who threw it away is now wailing incessantly. I almost said guide ahead. Guide away for the lost pacifier, and it will return to the child's side. Alright, interesting background. Silhouettes and everything. Interesting that it's silhouettes though. Kinda like an imprint of the person is left, but their being is deleted. Fallen! Nice! Immediately begins with something great. Baby. What the shit? Immediately starting with baby Exia. Alright. If prayer doesn't help, why do we pray? Good question. Because it gives you peace of mind? Hi. Immediately. Oh, we're back. Actually, are they here or are they back in Siracusa? Well, the old guy was definitely in Siracusa, so I guess we're over there again. Well, how many other side stories are gonna be mentioned here? I wonder. Especially because this is taking place in, timeline-wise, right after chapter 15 now, aka year 1101. Oh, never mind. I think he is falling. Oh, she looks worried. Oh no, did he actually fall? Oh shit. This background. Where are we now? Holy fuck! Well. Let me add this to the list. Jessica altar story. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The list is gonna be large. I already know it. Uh-oh. Oh, hi. I was like, Tila? Wait, who? Right. This Bun. I forgot about her. I forgot about her for a second. Fuck's sake. Alright. Very... Oh, wow. Hi. How many... I mean, we already mentioned Blacksteel here, but we really are going deep into mentioning everything, huh? By the way, very interesting. The light went out, but Cliffs, they didn't really make any kind of nod towards the fact that, well, he should be glowing in the dark. He's like a freaking table light. Pretty much every Sankta is like a table light, if you consider it. You don't need a flashlight in the dark with a Sankta next to you. Well, then you open it. Gladly. What the? Oh, that was the sound of the ladder rolling out. Holy shit! Oh, we're skipping over him. Okay. Kazdal? Oh. Right, I forgot about the manga. I'm gonna have to refresh myself on that. It's been a while. Right. Right, they went to look for her dad. Oh, the baby is back. The happy looking baby is back. Is this who I think it is? Oh, never mind. Hi. Alert none. Sure. Aurela? Oh god, I'm gonna have to look up how she sounds so I get an idea. Is it you, Aurela? I'm guessing female version of the Knights. Whoa! Or maybe just a different archetype, I don't know. That chess part makes me think like this is the name as well. Wait, oh, yeah, wait, shit! Shit, I just realized! She has horns! Oh, is this kind of like a fallen Sankta that is being kept around or something? Oh, damn, they look sick, if that's the case. Aurela, huh? Oh, I actually didn't even think about this. I was only focused on her wings. I didn't notice the tail. I did notice the tail earlier as well in her character portrait after the pulling. Is she the same species as Hoheliak? Oh no. Oh, or the older. Oh, oh, this music kicked in. Oh, all their halos cracked. Oh shit. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is bad. Yeah, every Sankta in this picture right now has a cracked halo. Uh-oh. It begins. They are actually all falling, huh? Her esoteric knowledge is vast, thanks to the legacy of the Kukulkan. Hey, she is! Okay. Oh yeah, his is also darkened now. It's also dark. He as well. Question now is this only happening to Sanktas who are not in the close proximity of the law? Because right now we're only seeing Sankta who are far away from Laterano. Or is it maybe a cascading effect that starts from the outside and moves to the inside? Oh no, Cecilia. Oh. Ooh, wait, she is normal. She is normal, but he... Oh wow, she's walking. Oh wow, she's walking. Oh, I'm not used to seeing this. even the version you summon is or recruit is is still in the wheelchair. Hi. All right, good for you. Ooh, hi. This is an interesting. Oh, this is an interesting new angle for something. Are we gonna load in the rest of the picture behind her? Oh, yes. Oh. Also music. Sick. Oh. Very sick. Huh. Did it appear out of nowhere, huh? Interesting. Laterano. Explosion? What? Oh hey, she's back, of course. Velev. Oh boy. Oh, greedy Kazdelian delegation. Oh, shit. This is literally what I was talking about. This is literally what I was talking about recently. The Kazdelians are gonna have to be the first ones to go out and talk to people. Also, it would be absolutely... I was gonna bring this up, actually, if this is not gonna be brought up in this story later on. That, considering how the world views Kazdel and the Sarkas, of course, considering that now Sarkas are chiller, but if what is happening right now in Laterano actually will mean that the world will learn about, potentially learn about the fact what Sankta actually are, probably will not happen. I think it's gonna still be a thing of they're somehow gonna suppress this information from spreading around. But we'll see what happens. But still, if it happens that the world learns a bit about Sankta, a bit more, they could use the you know, a friendship with someone who is technically their own kind. or if nothing happens and the world still doesn't learn about Sankta and what they truly were originally, or rather what they are still technically, Kazdel actually forming a relationship with Laterano, who are, well, both sides are technically the arch nemesis of the other side. If these two sides manage to do somehow a political union of sorts, maybe the rest of the world will finally look at Kazdel from a different angle and start forming their own relationships with them. That would be sick, because that's literally what they need. They need a first step, and what better than to show the world that they can make peace with the people who were their arch nemesis and that were looking at them as their arch nemesis. Oh boy. Anyway,
Not all the Sarkas have set hatred aside. That ancient reverend with Speaker Vishadel.
Vishadel making peace talks. Oh no. I mean, again, who better to understand peace than the person who was steeped in war? Oh, I want to see the Revenant. I want to see Vishadel and the Revenant in this story. That would be hilarious. I love doing the Revenant voice. He's fun.
The chief spokesman for the Kazdelian delegation is a lich by the name of...
Oh, is he here? Is he here? Is my goat here? Sorry.
I wish you could have seen it.
Oh, no, wait. Did I go back already? Shit.
A 3-hour debate in which he engaged
17 cardinals from the from the first and sixth tribunals in a well-animated exchange of opinions, encompassing everything from politics to the law, from faith to life and death.
Oh, game, are you gonna rob me of this? Are you gonna rob me of doing a Fremont impression? And giving a speech to the Sankta? No. Oh, I'm sad now. I'm actually sad. Oh no.
No, Lemon, you misunderstand. I'm fine, but there's a situation I need to stay hidden and keep quiet. Is this Exia? Lemon? Oh, sorry, Lemon. Exia, is that you?
Babies.
Okay, who is this? We found you, Senor Nurturer? Okay. Well, he has a new position in life. I was thinking to myself as well, if we're gonna see Anduin. He's responsible for the babies. Okay, so that was him on the phone with with Lemon. Wow, that is a style change. Well, to be fair, I think his normal robe is literally just below this this new one, so not much of a style change, but damn, doesn't make him look different. Holy shit, Anduin. Man, this has also been like... Ooh, when was the last time? Was it Gaia Head? He didn't appear anywhere else, right? I'm like thinking, when was the last time when I gave a voice to this fucker? Holy shit. That was like back in year 1 of me doing anything on the channel with this type of voice acting and stuff. Holy shit. It's been a while, buddy. We've come full circle indeed. Uh-huh. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Hi? Who was that? A figure flashes by a corner in the distance. The wind blows her hood open briefly, revealing a streak of bright... Oh god, it's Exia. Oh no, it's Exia in a nun outfit? What? Actual skin for her? That is very angelic sounding. Very fitting. I'm waiting for the bass to drop. Yep, there it is. The fucking Laterano music slaps. There they are. There they are. There he is. Federico. You are also part of the story. That's great. Fucking amount of guns. Jesus Christ. What is this? A confessional in the middle of the wild, wild west? Fuck's sake. Yes. Oh, don't darken the image. I want to take a screenshot, you dingus. What is that expression? What is that expression? By the time the Curia sent someone, much blood had been spilled and the gun knight had fallen. Oh, this is that chick's backstory. Okay, interesting. That gun knight was my wife. Oh. Well, good sir, your wife is absolutely looking diesel as hell. Good job.
You've gone through 6 rows of wheat with your sickle since dawn. Perhaps you should take a break by the haystacks. Arturia.
Whoa, what? She's doing what now? She's working the fields? Also, hi. Hi, Arturia. What are you doing? Why are you doing it? You have to work harder? Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, what? Excuse me? Archetto? I mean, sure, she's a nun and everything, I know that, but... Wow. Well, now I know why you got a new skin. Now I know why you got a new skin, Archetto. how much of an importance are you gonna have in this story, considering you didn't just get a skin, you got a live 2D skin, of all things. Also, holy shit, finally a character that was first featured in a vignette story, out of which only a single one of the stories had her featured for like, what, 30 minutes of a cutscene? And basically did nothing? outside of maybe do a bit about her character and what she's doing and who she is, a tiny bit. when did that vignette release again? Wasn't it like 3.5 years ago or 3 years ago at this point as well? Good lord. My god, they remembered all characters. Oh, what the what? Oh, that's why. Here's the Shrine of Nurturing. Here, thousands upon thousands of children share in the same sweet dream. This is because of the dream tiles installed here, which causes our operators to immediately fall into a dream when deployed on them. Ah. Okay, I can't even click on her right now. They are oh, I see, it's the sparkly fields. It's the sparkly fields, okay. We need to wake up our dreaming operators? Do we literally need to smack our own operators? It may take a long time for operators to wake up by themselves. Let's have our waking operators help out. We can use slightly extreme measures. Hitting dreaming operators increases their wakefulness until dreaming operators are fully awake. Injured operators also gain wakefulness when they are healed. Ah, okay. Awakened operators seem particularly spirited. Not only have they recovered all their HP, their SP has also been filled to max. Oh, sick. Oh, this is actually sick, especially for units that take like a long ass time to fill up their bar. Almost looks around, then bumps into something. That's just an owl. That's just an owl. Wow. Wow. They even gave her a skill like this, huh? Wow. Oh, wow. That's why the name Extra. These Sarkas always have weird names. Okay, a pregnant Sarkas woman, huh? Besides, what are you doing here? Never mind, who the fuck is this? Oh, you get unique music? Oh, I recognize the face from the background, I think I saw it in the background, right? I'm gonna have to check. Oh, that's the matriarch. Okay. Alright, that is a design. Here, try them on. Who is this? You are adorable. You are a Sankta with very interesting eyes. Okay, so that's Panini's apprentice, I guess. Feather Anduin is very busy. How about you guys play with me? Oh my god, you got an upgrade. Whoa. Suddenly, style change, and you can... My god, if you compare the previous design from like... What was it again? 3 years ago? Or 4 years ago? I think 3 years ago. With the current one, you can tell the difference in quality in drawing, or rather, not quality in drawing, but more like sharpness and detail. Yeah, everything looks fresher. Like color-wise, her hair color is so much more vibrant. Damn, holy glow up. Sudden Mostima. Well, if Fiametta is back, that means Mostima is back as well. Alright. Alright. You're blocking the screen, holy debt collector. That's her new name again. Wait, what? You're the one who decided to sit that far back. Not that you're missing anything if I block a few scenes. It's just 8-armed chained... 8-armed chainsaw guy? Is this a Is this a Chainsaw Man reference? Oh, it's the thumbs up. That is... It really is his go-to for everything. Oh, I love this guy. This guy's great. Fiametta holds the gun tightly and lines up the sights with the door. Wow! Wow! Hi, Anduin. You walked in at the perfect time. It's literally Fiametta pointing the gun. Well, this is poetic. What is she doing? Is she about to fire that thing? Wow, so many CGs in this story, and we are just at the start. I think I went through like what is it, like 4 already? This is a lot. Also, my god, what a gun selection. Uh-huh. Oh, hi, she is back. I can't remember her name. Well, okay, she's back. Uh-huh. That's funny. Oh, that's kind of funny. Bye-bye. Oh yeah, what the hell is this? A firearm technician's night. Oh god, what? Oh, right, minigame. Who the fuck is that? Who is this? Okay, Vanini, Mossima, and Fiametta. Idida? Okay, I'm guessing this is an NPC from this story. Tally, thank you. Espresso, excuse me. The gunsmith's coffee pot will brew 2 cups of espresso every day. Accepting an order requires 1 espresso. 2 espressos are automatically obtained when you unlock the gunsmithy. When all orders are complete... when all orders are complete, what? There's text missing. Vanini. Oh my god, what am I looking at? Firearm cleaning solvent, okay. For next year's gunsmith qualification exam just around the corner, need to show her how to make a gun of her own. Okay, Klein Vanini. Klein comment, I hope I won't let you down for everything you've done for me, Magister. Take order? Oh, I see. Oh, hi. What is this now? Okay. This I will be including in the episodes going forward, cause this, I feel like this is gonna go away. Oh, this will definitely go away. This will definitely go away. This is gonna get the same treatment as the stuff in Stultifera Naves. Once it's over, it's gone. Yeah, I'm gonna have to include these in the episodes, otherwise they're gonna be just deleted out of existence forever. And this carries pretty hefty, significant backstory for a character, it seems. Mostima and Fiametta's order. I love that they come as a pair. I have no idea who this is supposed to be. Idida. Dentist's mirror? Okay. God, dentists in Laterano must be earning a fuck ton of money. Anything is fine. Climb comment. We don't have too many requests for this Guardian gun, Senior Paganini. Our little Idida already has her own Guardian toothbrush after all. Excuse me, what? That should be fine, right? Okay, I'm presuming this is gonna be a character in the story. What? This right now almost feels like... I'll see when I'm done completing with it, but right now this really feels like the background info that was in Stultifera Navis, and now it's just gone. Like, completely gone. Hypergriff, why do you write lore and then you delete the lore? Why? Why? Why?